Officer of the day, satisfy yourself that all present are entitled to remain. Scott's not here.
It's legal.
Thank you. Hut hut. Uncover. Chaplain will now offer the opening prayer. Parade rest.
Sovereign ruler of the universe, who art the Lord of hosts and God of peace. Without thee, our efforts are in vain. Continue thy blessing upon us and our families, we pray thee, and guide us during our deliberations. We beseech thee, O God, to bless the dependents of our departed comrades and to comfort all who have given their loved ones to our country's cause. Bless and strengthen the sick, the needy, and the afflicted. Bless, we ask thee, the widows and children in our national home, and help us to fulfill our duty toward them. Continue thy favor upon our order, and help us to practice the spirit of true comradeship, both in our council and with the world at large. Enable us to better the community in which we live through our devotion to duty as citizens. We'll now have a moment of silent prayer for our departed comrades. These and all other blessings we ask of thee, mighty ruler of the universe. Amen.
Amen.
Hut hut. Cover. Comrades, you will now join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Present arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Order, arms. Comrades, we are assembled again to transact business of mutual benefit. Let us uphold always the obligations of unselfish comradeship and loyalty to our organization, to the government of the United States of America. I now declare post 921 duly open for the transaction of business. Guard, will you admit any in waiting who may be worthy? The objects of Veterans of Foreign Wars are fraternal, patriotic, historical, and educational, to preserve and strengthen comradeship amongst its members, to assist worthy comrades, to perpetuate the memory and history of our dead, and to assist their widows and orphans, to maintain true allegiance to the government of the United States of America and fidelity to its Constitution and laws, to foster true patriotism, and to maintain and extend institutions of American freedom, preserve and defend the United States from all enemies. All right, Blake, you want to introduce yourself?
Blake, 35, Marine Corps veteran. I was in from 2010 to 2015. Went to deployed to Afghanistan once.
What was your MOS?
I was Mormon, 0341.
Okay, we're glad to have you. Start recruiting friends.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Recognize past post commanders. Otis Wolf. Elmer Johnson. All right. You okay? All right.
Yeah.
Calling the roll of officers.
Roll of officers. Commander Chris Coates,
Present.
Senior Vice Commander Tom Greenberg. Here. Junior Vice Commander Carson Buss.
Here.
Boofs.
Myself, Stanley Rumbrecht, Quartermaster. Chaplain Dan Humphreys.
Sir.
First year trustee Otis Wolf.
Here.
Second year trustee, James Hampton.
He's on Zoom.
All right, third year trustee, Eric English. Here. Adjunct, Brian Cornell.
Here.
Service officer, Bruce Krieger.
Excused.
Okay, and then the judge advocate is vacant, and then Tom is also the sergeant. And all present and accounted for.
I thought Jamie ran for, Jamie, aren't you the JAG? Jamie,
Yeah.
aren't you still the JAG? Yeah, he's appointed, yeah, he's here. He's appointed. You just got, and no worries, because we have to update the election report anyway, based on what we're doing tonight.
Jamie Pike here is the judge.
Yep, he's here.
So that, yeah, so all my records are right. Okay, you to sign that and
Disappeared myself.
there's a pen.
All right,
Pass it along.
okay. We've got reading referring membership applications. You have one. Right. Oh, you have several? Okay, okay, cool.
So, Christian Lin, he is Army, Vietnam veteran. And I looked at his DD 214, he qualifies. And served from September 1967 through March 1970.
Okay,
And then we have Gerald Lacombe. He's also a Vietnam veteran, US Navy, E5, and served in Vietnam under the USS Wisconsin. And at the San Diego Naval Station. So I checked, this is his DD 214 qualified. All right, we have Blake Owen. He is a Marine Corps. Gotta check Marine Corps here. Marine Corps, Afghanistan veteran, served overseas 2013 to 2014, served some 29 palms and has Afghan campaign medal. And looked at his DD 214, he qualifies. And we have Martin Fredrickson. This gentleman is a Navy veteran. He served, does it say what the, okay, he served in the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary. So, but he doesn't have the location he served on here, so we'll work on
Top
that.
secret, we'd have to kill you.
Huh?
Top secret, classified.
All right,
Can't tell you where he was.
okay. All right, so classified and,
he's joking. He
still
really
got to
is.
look at his DD 214. All right, so this guy's pending, with
Yeah,
the
he should be good. If he's got the GWAT, that qualifies him.
yeah, but I mean, DD 214 shows where he, I mean,
The expeditionary alone qualifies.
Yeah, he's good.
14 shows that he was awarded the expeditionary. It doesn't necessarily say where he was.
He doesn't have to, as long as he's,
Global war on terrorism covered a lot.
well, I know that,
he's good.
but, yeah, honorably discharged and all that stuff to check out. So,
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Yep. So we,
Move that we accept the members as presented.
Second.
okay, so we got Tom and Eric, so Nick, sorry. And any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? All right, we'll accept the 4 new members. All right, the minutes were posted to the YouTube channel. So if you'd like to review past meeting minutes, if you have any questions about how to find the YouTube channel, talk to Brian after the meeting. He'll get you to where the YouTube channel is. Yes.
I've been involved in a state review of one of our posts in District 1. And it was brought to my attention that The YouTube is great, but we need to have transcripts of those on a flash drive or hard copies in case something comes up. I spent Labor Day at the Monroe Post. It's not the Monroe Post, but we've spent hours trying to dig this stuff up.
Okay.
And when I mentioned that we were doing ours, if you want to read the minutes, you got to look at it or look at the film.
Mhm.
Well, somebody said there should be a way to transcribe off of that. I think it was Terry.
Tom's nodding his head, so he knows how to do it. So we can get,
Yeah,
So that we have records other than the film.
okay, well, those two will handle it and we'll take care of that. Sounds good. Quartermaster's report?
This is report, disbursements for August 2025. Not too much activity this month. We have the Domino's Pizza, $121.90. We rented our USPS post office box for an annual rental of $234.
That's 6 months.
Yes.
6 months.
No, I did a year.
You do the whole year?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, exactly.
All right, so, and then Microsoft, 365 environment, 1437. If you notice that, they kicked that up a buck. Now, so that's a little more expensive. And no activity in terms of disbursements in the savings.
Okay.
Then August, our receipts, so we have a couple of good ones here. Our Division 7 recruiting winner award of $300. And then our first quarter Division 1 recruiting winner award of $50. And then our All-State award for $400. And so we do have these pins here for all states. If you don't have one of these pins,
All American.
All American, please come and pick up a pin. We also have other pins here for the Poppy drives that came out as well. You're welcome to have a pin there as well. And then we have $8, which is with the VFW National. We get, and it was for our membership payout. So a total of $758 in receipts that we brought in, and then a whopping 9-cent interest in our Wells Fargo savings. All right, so the status of funds, we have currently $2,351.22. That's an increase of $387.73. However, we just got a debit came in for our bonds. So we took care of the bonds for the commanding officer and the vice commander and myself. And that was a total of like $840. So that's been debited from that total. And then just give you a heads up on that. So I know you were talking about that. Wells Fargo savings, we have a total of $10,925.68, an increase of 9 cents from our last month. And then petty cash on hand, $165. That has just been increased by $30 for a membership payment. And then the Morgan Stanley money market is $113,609. That's an increase of $1,369.66. Now, one thing here is I'm putting the chart here to show you, the advancement of our funds over time and the equity and bond market here. One of the things I did look at this, and I I looked at the allocation our assets and, it shows that, we have about 36% of our assets in like cash reserves. And that didn't seem right to me because, that's a lot of money of the $113,000. 36% of that is in cash, not doing anything for us. I contacted Dean Winter and I found out that, with their EFTs and equities, when they pay off the dividends, they weren't reinvesting dividends and it'll just go into a cash reserve. So, I worked with them to make sure that's corrected. We're just going to have no more than 5,000 in cash. And then I've also talked to our commander, about, starting a certificate. They have a little bit over 4% in Navy Federal, but I'm going to look into that. I know if it's going to be affected when the interest rates get lowered, they're expected to be lowered in the next couple of weeks. And if it's not affected and it doesn't go lower, I think it'd be a pretty good deal.
So I'd like to talk about that since you brought it up. So my thought process on it, we've always maintained $100,000 in our mutual fund account. I'd like to take the 113,609.04 and then maybe a couple thousand from the savings to round up to 115,000 and put that into a CD. So CD rates right now, I just got one 2 weeks ago, is 4.25%. And that's constant. So that's just going to grow our cash that we don't necessarily need, but it's a way of getting a constant cash inflow for it. Anybody want to discuss that, or anybody have any negatives? Yes.
If we put it in a CD, if we need it, can we get to it?
It's
Happened many times.
So this is the deal. I had this, I've had it for 5 months. So basically, you can take it out, but you're going to have to pay penalties on the gains you.
right, but we're sitting on $100,000. So, and we got another poppy drive coming up. So the $15,000 they talk about reinvesting, it would be locked in for a year. At the end of the year, we can reevaluate. No, 15. No, I said of the 113,609, we would take 13,609 plus some of our, yeah, sorry. No. Plus our, some from our savings to round up to 15,000 total and invest 15,000 into a CD at 4%. That's not affected by the markets. It's
Yeah,
What?
right.
The insured amount is
We can,
well, it's the total amount, and he did the bond for the higher level. Hold on, guys. Stanley, hold on a second. So Eric had a question. His question was, what about the insured, the bonded rate? So I'm not sure what Stanley did the bond for this year. But we have to, typically we bond for like 10,000 over the full amount. But the CD would be included in that total amount of funds available to insure us for embezzlement and that kind of stuff. And we had one more question. I'll get to you.
But you answered my question. It's a 1-year term.
Yep.
You do anything for a year.
Yeah.
See what you do.
What are we making on the Morgan Stanley on there?
It depends on the month. It dips, it ebbs and flows with the market. Yeah, this year, the last 2 years post-COVID, it's done a great job rebounding. But at one point, we went from like 110,000 down to 83,000. Yeah. So the goal is okay, well, let's divest some of our funds out of the market and put them into a guaranteed rate of return. Correct. Is anybody good with that?
I'm bonded for 150.
Yep.
And the commander is bonded for 100.
Yeah. So that the CD would be included in what we're bonded for. We don't take away from that. But next year, if we make, with the interest we're getting on a potential CD, and if the market's good, then next year we have to bond for a higher rate. That's not a bad problem to have. We got more money.
CD fixed at 4% if we buy it. For a
Yep. And you can invest more money in it during that 12-month period.
Well, that might change because because interest rates are going down and it might. affect-
Well, the one that I just,
I'm gonna call them up and see if that's gonna be,
That doesn't matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call them. Is that going to change?
yeah, next
If
year,
it's not gonna change and go lower, then I think it's a good deal.
2 weeks ago, I just opened one and you can invest as much as you want, up to 250,000 in that year rate. So you can constantly add to it as you go along.
I got my daughter in the same thing. She's,
All right, do we have a motion on the floor for this?
I'll make a motion that we put 15,000 in a CD. Potentially at 4%. He's gonna confirm that. Right? Per year.
Okay, do we have a second? Okay, any discussion? Yeah, 15,000 was the total. You're taking the extra funds, not to delete below 100,000 in the mutual fund. And you're gonna take whatever we need extra to get round up to 15,000 from savings. Yep. So we got a first, we got a second. All, yes, yes,
Discussing,
yes.
do we approve this, go for it, or we wait until he gets back with the solid facts on how much? I'm just asking everybody, because he's gonna check, we're gonna jump before we have solid figures in front of us.
As part of my motion, if it's 4% or higher, the executive board can continue to move
Okay,
with that. How's that sound?
sure.
That way it's not one person's call, the board's.
And then we'll probably have to open up another account because we're probably go through Navy Federal, not Wells Fargo, because that's where the rates are the highest. And so Stanley and I would have to go in and sign as the,
Is that we got like almost $11,000 in our savings and we're getting 9 cents a month on that. We can make so much more.
that's why I'm making the motion to do, or asking to do this.
I've been trying to do this before, like.
It's okay, Stanley, we're, okay, Stanley, we're good. Okay,
Pepper, you might get it again.
all in favor? Anybody opposed? All right. Stanley, go forth and prosper.
Against it.
All right, do we have any bills?
No bills.
You paid, so we had to pay $400 to the Legion for rental of the park for the picnic.
I think
The
it's
norm-
too expensive.
Okay, normal rate $700, they gave us a discount of $300. So
For like, what, 5 hours?
I'm just telling you, the picnic we just had on August 23rd. Yeah, we had to pay the Legion for the use of the park and they gave us a discount. So, all right. There's no report of the service officer anymore. Is there a comrade or a family of a comrade in distress? Yes.
For Salt Post, prayers and positive thoughts. They're on the rocks. When I was district commander, we fought and saved them. They're on the rocks again, so positive thoughts and prayers for those guys. They've got brand new officers. The commander will have 1 year in the VFW in November. And they're on the verge of getting their charter pulled, so thoughts and prayers for those
What's
guys.
causing them to get pulled, if you don't mind me asking?
No reports, no audit sent in, no report.
They had a great commander a couple of years ago and then she's had several surgeries and is down and out. And so then the leadership vacuum after that kind of,
I didn't pick over his heart's in the right place, but he doesn't know.
Anything we can do to help?
We're doing what we can. I'm on a committee selected by the state commander. I spent hours on Monday with them trying to, and we'll be back with them in a week.
all right, anybody else have any comrades in distress? All right, report of all committees, poppies.
That time again. So we are tentatively scheduled for November for the Veterans Day weekend coffee drive. We're gonna hold it at the Do It Center, Safeway, Hagen, and Fred Meyer, as we usually do. At the Do It Center, it'll be November 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Same with Safeway. Hagen and Fred Meyer, we're gonna do it 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we've been doing that the last few times. So this will be the third time that we added that third day. It's been quite beneficial for bottom line. So the dates and times are on the back table. There is the paper sheets if you'd like to sign up for that. The electronic sign up will be done hopefully this evening. And it'll be coming out to all of your emails, so you can sign up electronically also.
Would you like me to reach out to Sultan and see if they want to cover any?
Not yet.
Right now.
Okay.
It's Gold Bar usually, isn't it?
You'll be getting emails from me for asking for help. And we're just doing a regular routine like we normally do. So I have a printer.
So put me in for my shift when you get back there.
Friday at Do It Center. Right. Okay, Otis, do you have anything for Ramp It Up?
Yeah. Matter of fact, report on the one that we put in Gold Bar about two months ago. Unfortunately, the veteran we put it in for didn't make it. We put it in. They got a call from the hospital and he didn't make it. So that's a recovery yet to be done. We left it in because his neighbors, he didn't have family, his neighbors were his caregivers. We left it so they could empty the house and use the ramp. A week ago Wednesday, Bruce and I went down and pulled a package at the yard. And it was last Wednesday, Brad from East Wenatchee came over and we loaded a ramp out for them. And Brad was taking it over. They're going to do the installation. So
That was it.
Ramp It Up is alive and well.
Just so you guys know, Brad from Wenatchee, that's been almost an 18-month request. Does that sound about right, Otis? Since he's been reaching out to the two of us?
This one, he reached out to me at summer convention.
Right, but he's been asking forever for a ramp.
Well, he's gotten, if this is the third one we've shipped over.
Okay. All right. Adopt a unit? You want to come up?
We've got some great actions coming up. The recent change of command happened. So we've got the new commander who's going to be taking them on their 12-month deployment here in October. In front of you, there's pictures of their recent 2-week annual training down in Hording. If you recall, last year they were building these bathrooms and whatnot in a park down there. So they got to finish that mission. One of our very own got a MSM, a Meritorious Service Medal, for leading this project as project manager. So we're very proud of Sergeant Stockton in that affair. Moving forward, we're looking at preparing multiple MAP grants, military assistance program grants, to support their deployment. So first off, they've got a yellow ribbon event. This is a big resource event on September 7th from 0800 to 1400. If you're not in the Adopt a Unit signal thread and you want to participate, get with me so we can figure out carpooling down. This will be the last kind of opportunity to see them before they march off on 10/14. There'll be additional details for that timing for them leaving. Both of these will be at JBLM. Furthermore, 2 MAP grants for a Thanksgiving dinner for the unit and then a holiday Christmas dinner, I'll call it. And so, given our budget that was approved for the Adopt a Unit Committee, I'm pitching that we spend $250 on each of those 4 events. If the MAP grant if it fails, the last 2 MAP grants I put in, we haven't had funding. They changed at the VFW national level how they accept those. It's first come, first serve. That opens September 1st. I figured out how to get into the dashboard today before meeting, so I'm going to get those in. If the post would like to support with more money, there's plenty of opportunity to send them, Operation Homefront. I'm thinking the beef jerkies and yada, yada ad infinitum. So at this point, I hope you all are fine with me just rearranging my budget, but I'd be happy to entertain a motion for further support should the MAP grants fail.
Let's handle that once you find out if they fail.
For the standard,
What we approved, then we'll table further funds once we know.
thank you, Commander. Apart from that, I put out the dates, I talked budget, you know when things are happening, get with me if you want to get on the committee, so we can all figure out the signal thread and whatnot.
We know where they're going yet.
The PAO, so the lieutenant colonel was down for change of command. They're trying to get a press release. Between all of us, they're going to the border. Now, what they're doing at the border for a year, TBD. This is a special unit that is vertical engineer company, the only one in the state. And so whether that means they're building shit down there, I don't know. I'm trying to get a press release from the family readiness group side, so these families understand. So as soon as I can figure it out, y'all will be the first to know. At this point, it doesn't matter what they're doing. It's that those wearing the uniform are going, and we need to support them and their families. That's what should matter. Yeah. All right, that's all I got, Commander.
Hold on, wait one. Is this picture of the,
Oh, yes, and, geez, thank you, Brian, for the reminder. So addition, is, you see the tilt-up walls going up on the armory addition. So the bigger picture here, fingers crossed, we know nothing works well in the Army though, is when they come back from their 12 months, they'll be moving in to their done addition back up here. That's the goal. Now, whether that pans out, we'll see how it pans out. But as you can see, there's progress being made. Those plans are all available in the permit portal, and it's looking good out there.
Better follow CBs.
Roger that. On that same breath, I could get together with Daryl, Joe, Otis, and James. We can get with you later, but they want projects from the cemetery. Okay, we just got to get them together with, who's it, Sergeant First Class?
Are you running through Chief Schultz?
Yeah, sorry.
Peter Schultz.
Peter Schultz. So we got to get with Peter, fill out the paperwork for our requests to do whatever projects we want done. When I was out there with them, he said they could run a water line if we wanted to add water to it. And then PUD would come and install the meter. Okay. Yeah,
We talked about an addition on our storage building.
Right. right. So when I brought him out there, he said they could, since there already is a septic tank on site, they could clear out where the old outhouse is. And if we had water to it, they could put in a flushing toilet and a sink and add the walls around it at the same time. So that's just something to think about, but we can talk about that offline. Huh? From what I thought Daryl told me that on that outhouse. Okay,
There's one there, but it's.
all right, well, anyway. Okay, well, anyway, we talk about it offline. It's a project they said they could do. They could put in a flushing toilet, a sink, add water, and frame in the back of it to make it a storage room. So something we can talk about, but they can build that. And they said they have guys that aren't going to go on deployment and they want projects for them to do while the guys are gone. So just something we can talk about offline, but that's just something we can do. All right, programs. Carson, you're up.
I sent an email to Sadie and asked for help again. She's still a teacher this year, you know?
Yes.
Okay, and then I sent an email to Claire, who won our post and the district post for the Patriot pen. She'll be doing Voice of Democracy if she can. And then 20 people have looked at Voice of Democracy on the app and 14 have looked at the Patriot pen, but nobody's filled out any stuff yet.
Still early.
So, and I might need help with some contacts at the school.
I'll take care of that part.
You're not going to be
I have all my contacts still.
on the ROC anymore, right?
Correct. But I still have my contacts.
Yeah.
So we'll take care of that.
Your help.
No sweat.
Thank you.
All right. And then I've got Scout, and that's not due till March, but we'll get a Scout of the Year like we had last year. Otis is all over the law enforcement, fire, safety, EMT, EOD. We lost our EOD gentleman. You got another one? Okay,
So a glacier peak is the EOD.
there we go. So we're good there too.
Back up with the chief at
Our EOD representative from last year is now a second lieutenant JAG officer in the United States Air Force at Great Falls Air Force Base, or Malmstrom Air Force Base in Great Falls, Montana. So he just got his commission, went through all of his knife and fork school, and he's in Great Falls now. Membership, our membership chair, Matt, is currently deployed to Romania. Just talked to him last week. He's with a firefighting unit, kind of west of Constata. Has anybody been to Romania? So he got a helicopter ride last week and sent me video. It was pretty cool. We've got some more good news about membership. Otis, you want to help me put this on now? All right, so as part of our All-American, we were 102%. I think we actually got 104% of our membership goal. We had to add this streamer. There's no little string on it, but you can add it. So congratulations. Thank you to everyone that recruited. And this year's goal, the new commander, instead of doing 102%, we're at 101% next year or this year.
Yeah, she,
Yes.
first female commander in chief in the history of the VFW.
All right. Brett, try to help me with this. Get lowered some more.
Oh, you're short.
He's
What up,
perfectly
Stank?
acknowledged.
So congratulations, everybody. We gotta start recruiting again. I'd like to hit that mark, not in June, but maybe in like March or April, and then coast the rest of the way.
On the state level, the new income, Drew James, state commander, he wants it done sooner than later, everything this year.
There we go. So thank you, everybody. When I get the All-American streamer, we'll add that. Don't have that in place yet. So congratulations, everybody that helped out. Next. Cemetery. It's not on the slide, but
Cemetery, just a quick one on the cemetery. We have $78,849.10 in the account. Not much action this last month, but Daryl got some people coming buying plots soon and openings. We as a board increased the rates. The way the rates were when we took over, it paid for a burial, it paid for an opening. There was no profit margin, so we booted everything up. We're still below the local average as far as cost for opening or selling of a plot, but the cemetery is going to make a little bit of money.
and that was done on purpose because the trustees wanted to maintain it as a community cemetery as it was when we took it over. We didn't want to be at the level of the GAR and other cemeteries because it truly is a local cemetery.
September 7th, coming Sunday, 8 to noon. We're having a work party. Anybody can get over. We got a lot of dandelions to weed whack and mow. You bring a weed whacker to be really helpful, trying to get it knocked down. And then on September 13th, the Lake Stevens American Legion and the Lake Stevens Mormon Church are bringing their group. They've been coming out once a year for the last 25 years to the cemetery in September. There's a young child drowned in his parents' pool in the backyard years ago. I was really active at the time, and his parents got the church involved. We've had Eagle Scouts and everything, but the September 13th, they will be there, and that's going to be like cleaning headstones and spreading bark. We have a bunch of chips. Snohomish County, a couple of our volunteers from the neighborhood work for the county, and I had to sign a thing saying we'd accept them, but we got several truckloads of chips. And we're going to try and do some perimeter. We have some pathways that need to be rechipped, but
What I'd love to do is if we have volunteers on the 7th or 13th is to purchase some edging, like Home Depot. It's kind of plastic edging like this, and it goes in with the spike every foot. Because when you're out there mowing to keep the chips where they're supposed to be and the grass where it's supposed to be, it's kind of a pain in the butt to mow around that right now. So if we can have edging put in, it'll clean it up, make it nice and easier to maintain going forward. Yes.
when they're about edging, he wants to get an edge in. Then he got more to weed eat, because you gotta weed eat up to the edge, which increases that work. Where when there's no edging, it is bulk crop. I've been there for 40 years.
Right. Okay. I think that's it for programs. Remember our national home. All present will rise, attend hut, uncover, parade rest. Comrade Chaplain, you would ask divine blessings upon our national home.
And blessing on the children, families, and staff of our National Home for Children in Eden Rapids, Michigan. May your spirit dwell with them forever, giving them help and guiding their lives. Help us to always be faithful to our fallen comrades by providing support for their families. We ask in your holy name. Amen.
Attend hut, cover. All right. Unfinished business, Reese Cross America. So Daryl and I set up our account for VFW specific, for us to get our roughly $5 kickback per wreath. I don't think the price changed this year. Daryl, did it? Okay.
We should print out a bunch of copies.
Yep. So it's $17 per donation. $5 comes back to the post. We need approximately 1,400 wreaths this year because we took on the Machias Community Center. There's about 1,200 out at the GAR and another 200 out at the Machias Cemetery. It's a huge fundraiser. It doesn't cost us anything to do other than making copies of the flyer and all that. I'm going to have Brian put the QR code, if it's not already there, on our Facebook page so that we can all share it throughout our social media and email it out to folks. So the goal is for this year is to do 1,400 wreaths if we can do it. Legion's doing their part as well. So if we hit the 1,400 mark jointly, that's great. But you know, we're going to try to push to do as many as we can. I think that's about it for that. Membership recruiting, new members. We talked about that. Everyone's a recruiter, especially Blake, that you're new and young. Start recruiting all your buddies.
Yes, sir.
We want 10 out of you this year.
Minimum.
Minimum 10. Then you get a special pin on your cover too.
Okay.
Yeah, there's your goal. Buddy checks. So we're gonna, I'm gonna have Stanley get Brian the list. We'll break it up into 10-person groups. And then everyone, if you want to be a buddy check person, just ask Brian. He'll give you your 10 people. Just call them, check in on them, see how they're doing. And if they're looking to renew, the national commander has made a push for this first quarter of the year that the post with the most number of renewals and let's say they upgrade to life membership on top of it, we'll get our own new VFW tent as part of a reward.
Did you list, like last week?
I do have the list. Just need the people.
Yeah.
Just-
So if you guys want to volunteer to do buddy checks, come see Brian after and he'll email you your list. Machias Community Cemetery on the 7th and 13th. We talked about that. Eric talked about poppy drives. We put up the streamer already, so we're good there. Yes.
Poppy drives, are we gonna try and get set up so that they can pay electronically, donate electronically? That's been brought up. I know it's high tech, but the last few times.
It's really not that hard. All Stanley has to do is start a Venmo account that links to our checking account. And I think, Tom, you could give Stanley tech support if he needs it.
Yeah, totally. There is a transaction fee though.
Yeah, Venmo,
What about Zeffy?
Zeffy's the way to go. They have their fees a lot smaller than Venmo.
Okay. All right. So
People come up every time lately and go, oh, I don't carry cash anymore. I donate.
Yeah.
If you could just.
So Tom, if you and Stanley can set up a Zeffy account for us. Cool. So we're good there. Blake, front row. Front and center, Marine. Is that how they tell you to wear cover in the Marine Corps? Come on. What about the two fingers?
Oh, where?
Still rusty. It's been a long time.
All right. Put your left flag on the left hand on the flag. You're good. Just reach. There you go. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. In the presence of Almighty God and the members of this order here assembled,
And President of Almighty God, that's too much.
and the members of this order
The members of this order
here assembled,
here assembled,
I state your name,
I, Blake Owen,
do of my own free will and accord
do my own free will and accord,
solemnly promise and declare that
solemnly promise and declare that
I will bear true faith and allegiance
I bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States of America,
to the Constitution of the United States of America,
and I'll always be loyal thereto.
always be loyal thereto.
I do further solemnly promise and declare
I do
further
further solemnly promise and declare
that I will comply
that I will comply
with the congressional charter,
with the congressional charter,
bylaws, and rituals of this order,
bylaws, rituals of this order,
and I will always be loyal thereto.
always be loyal thereto.
That I will never wrong
I will never wrong
or defraud this organization,
or defraud this organization,
nor a member thereof,
nor member thereof,
nor permit any wrongdoing
nor permit any wrongdoing
to be done to either,
to be done to either,
if in my power to prevent it.
if in my power to prevent it.
I will never propose for membership
I will never propose to membership
any person not eligible,
any person not eligible,
nor one whom I know to be unworthy,
nor one whom
nor one whom
I know to be unworthy.
I will never make known
I will never make known
to anyone
to anyone
not authorized to receive it,
not authorized to receive it,
any of the work of this order.
any work of this order,
Should my affiliation
should my affiliation
with the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States
with the Veterans of Foreign Wars in the United States
cease in any way,
cease in any way,
I will consider this pledge
I will consider this pledge
as binding outside
binding as though as remain
a member of the same.
a member of the same.
All this I promise and pledge
All this I promise and pledge
upon the honor of a true comrade
upon the honor of a true comrade
and citizen or national of our great republic.
and citizen and
National
national
of our great republic.
of our great republic.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
90-year pledge pins.
Who's the photographer, Tom? I guess it, okay, sorry.
1, 2, 3.
That goes to the Facebook page. Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Brother.
One thing I can shape that.
Right, we're gonna do that now. Okay. So, for good of the order, we have a bylaw change request. So, the bylaw change request, due to our financial reports coming in sometimes as late as the second of the month, and if our meeting's on the second of the month, then we don't have accurate financial reports for the month. So the quartermaster has requested that we shift our meeting day from the first Tuesday of the month to the third Tuesday of the month. That requires a bylaw change. So, do we have a motion to move the date? Yes.
It makes the same night.
I have not.
It should be brought into this conversation because some of our spouses
Okay.
and they're gonna have to change their,
Well, they have they're running into the same issues that I am, if their reports have to be at the same time.
they're having more problems than that right now.
Okay.
I'll bring that up later.
Yes.
Would it be possible to move ours to the second week? Is that-
No, 'cause that's the Legion.
He just got on the second.
So do we want to vote tonight or table it till the October meeting? Yes.
I make a motion that we wait until the October meeting so we can have some discussion and see how things wash out with the auxiliary this evening and do it because they are, and that's very stressed this year the auxiliary and the VFW are becoming more one. Was put out at state convention and put out at national, so.
Okay.
I believe one more.
So it sounds like that we're tabling that for the next meeting. Everybody good with that? Okay. And Brian emailed out the bylaws. So if we want to make any other bylaw changes at this time, next month would be the month to make those recommendations and vote on them. And
In mind where basically a lot of times I have like a day, 2 days
Mhm.
that I have to get these reports done. If we're able to have it on the third week, I have plenty of time to get these
We all
reports done.
understand that.
So there's gonna be months that I'm not gonna have anything.
right, but we're just pushing it by a month.
To work with our auxiliary.
I know.
And they have not even been brought into this discussion.
So we'll just table it a month and then we'll have more answers next month and we can vote on it. But
Oh, we're gonna.
it's too late by that point.
They'll be in their meeting when you guys go up there.
In the meantime, Brian emailed everyone out the bylaws. Go ahead and review those. If you guys see any other changes that we want to make, let's make all bylaw changes, recommendations next month. Send them to Brian at adjutant@vfwpost921.org. That way, in addition to Stanley's request, we can have other bylaw changes all made at once because it's a pain in the butt. You have to email the bylaws out to the whole post, and then we have to have 2/3 approval rate to approve the bylaw changes. All right, another good of the order. So if you have an all-American cover like this. So I took over as commander in 2022. We won it in 2022, 23, 24, and now 25. So instead of going out and purchasing a brand new hat, you can go to Streamline Embroidery, or they do all kinds of other stuff on Bickford. It's just off of Bickford in a little strip mall by Providence Medical Center, by where the new building is, the storage units there as well. You go straight in and it's going to be on your right. But you talk to Veronica and she will update your cover like Dan's. Dan, you want to demo yours? So Dan got his updated to include this year, and it was $10 for the embroidery fee. So if you want to update your cover and not buy a new one, that's a much better way of doing it. So just go into Streamline, talk to Veronica, $10. I think that's it. Anybody else have anything else for good of the order? Anything else for the good of the order? Yes.
Yeah, we're getting up, to talk of the auxiliary. If you have a spouse, please get them, see if they will come in and join our auxiliary. Our treasurer is resigning due to age and health issues. They don't have them. My wife is the president up there, and we're gonna lose our auxiliary. They're gonna fold if somebody didn't step up tonight or somebody doesn't step up really soon. Our auxiliary's gone because we don't have enough active participants to keep it alive. You gotta have so many, a quorum and officers.
If you have a spouse, they can come to the meetings, they go upstairs, we're down here, and then afterwards we all hang out together. So that'd be a perfect person to recruit. Or if you have friends that aren't eligible for the VFW, but they may be eligible for the American Legion, we can get them to be members of the American Legion and join our auxiliary to help us out too. It's win-win for everybody.
Get bigger, another discussion, when they get bigger, they want their meetings at 7 due to work schedules of some of their key people. They want to move down here. We move out at 7. They move down here and hold it because they got complaints and noise, and there's not room if we do save it and it gets more bodies.
Okay. All right, anybody else have anything for the good of the order? Yes, Eric.
It doesn't have to be wide.
Right, it could be anybody.
It could be your children.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think the age limit is even,
Younger.
it's lower than that. But the children that would like to join, and if that happened, then we definitely move them down here because they couldn't with that.
So the former post commander at Sultan, her daughter joined her auxiliary. and it counted towards her community service hours for graduation.
He became the president of the rectory at 17 years old and ran it. Great,
Yeah,
right?
so all students by state law have a community service graduation requirement, so it would kill it easily, get the check in the box for them. All right, everybody. Attend Hut. There being no further business, we will have our closing ceremony. All rise, chaplain. Will you deliver the closing prayer? Attend Hut, uncover, parade rest.
When we commit ourselves to thy care. Thou who art our strong tower of defense and our protection, grant that in life's battles we may be strong and brave, living such lives of stainless integrity as shall reflect honor upon our country and the veterans of foreign wars of the United States, and glorify thy great and holy name. May thy good providence shield us from all harm. Watch over those who even now guard the gates of freedom. Bring us together again in true comradeship and peace. Amen.
Attend Hut. Cover. And salute. Ready, two. Comrades, I declare this business session of VFW Post 921 closed. Our next regular meeting will be held at American Legion Post 96 on 7 October at 6 p.m. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
If you don't have one, you can pick it up here, and then we have,
All right, thanks for coming, James.
I have some business cards. Contact me if you'd like to contact.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.